Okay, so we're live again. So my name is Ivy, and obviously I'm from 012 Global, and just another live event again. Just mandatory things we always do. First 5 minutes, I'm gonna be getting everyone that watching this to actually like, comment, and share the event with everyone, your friends or family who you think would benefit from the information that we're sharing today. So today we're gonna be talking about all of the pathway sort of options like foundation, international year one for international student who can actually join university right onto the first year of the university, who actually need a little stepping stone to get them into the university life. So I'm just going to be calling out all the pages that we're going to be broadcasting from. So mainly we're going to be from Facebook and some from YouTube as well. So the Facebook pages are 012 Global, 012 VN for Vietnam, Naomi Nguyen Official, and there's a Vietnamese page called Scholarship, Study Abroad, and Settlement in the UK. Also, there's a page called 012 Global Consultation for Studying Abroad, Vietnam. And there's a YouTube channel which we're going to be broadcasting from, which are 012 Thailand and Naomi Nguyen Official. So these are all the pages that we're going to be live streaming from. Just a quick note that only the comments that get put onto these pages will be appearing on my side. So if you do have a question, you can start putting them into the comments box right at this moment. But I can only get comments on these pages appear on the screen. So don't message me privately asking about the live stream, because that way I wouldn't be able to see them on my site. So just a quick introduction of our company again, for those of you that are not familiar with us. So 012 Global is an international consultancy company located in London. We work very closely with many universities in the UK and other English-speaking countries. And we have been helping students from all over the world in making their dream of studying abroad come true. We consult students on their study options and help them find a university and courses that fit their needs and interests. We also help them prepare all the documents and guide them through the application process. But this is not where our services stop. We help students through the complicated visa application process, as well as being a constant companion throughout their studies if they ever need any help. 012 Global was previously known as Sky and I. Our reputation lies in over a decade of experiences within legal advice, accounting, mortgage, and especially education areas. And this live event today will be joined by Sophia from Kaplan, and I'll get her to introduce herself quickly as well. Sophia, if you don't mind.
Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome and thank you for being here. My name is Sophia. I'm based in London as well, and it's a pleasure to work with Ivy, and it's a pleasure to be here with you and to answer any of the questions that you might have for me about Kaplan and our pathway programs.
Thank you. And so due to the restricted length of time that we have for today, we will try and answer questions on a first come, first served basis. So starting from the question that we already received even prior to the event. With any question that we cannot answer today, we will send a message to you and call you after the live stream. So just another chance for me to repeat all the pages that we're going to be broadcasting from. 012 Global, 012 VN, Naomi Nguyen Official, Naomi Nguyen Official on YouTube. And then there's two Vietnamese pages, which are Scholarship, Study Abroad, and Settlement in the UK. And then consultancy for studying abroad with 012 Global. So apart from our regular online webinars, we have two YouTube channels which provide over 500 videos on different topics. So please head over there if you missed any of our live session and would like to find out more about the UK. To get more information, make sure that you actually subscribe to our YouTube channels. And if you are all ready, we shall roll and start. Okay, so if I can get Sophia back on the screen with me. Okay, so I've student called Nikki Chan. So to which of the top 10 universities in the UK your progress on?
All right, that's a great question. So at Kaplan International Pathways, we partner with many universities across the UK. So we have 15 partner universities that we partner with. Of those, 7 of those universities are Russell Group universities. And so in the UK, Russell Group are very research intensive, very top, highly ranked. So I'll name those out for you. So we work with Queen Mary University of London, University of Birmingham, University of Bristol, University of Glasgow, University of Liverpool, University of Nottingham, and University of York. So those are the 7 Russell Group universities that we work with, that we partner with, but we also have other non-Russell Group universities that are also highly ranked, like City University of London and the University of Essex. So we do have pathway programs leading to those universities. We have additional support during the foundation and we guarantee the progression so long as you meet the exit requirements of your pathway course. So we do have a lot of partner universities that you can choose from. And of course, just something to keep in mind is your academic qualifications. So if you meet the entry requirements for foundations, we have those options. If your academic qualifications are a bit, don't meet those entry requirements, then we have other options at also good ranked universities here in the UK.
Okay, thank you. Moving on quickly as well, we've got another questions here. So she's basically asking about the difference between foundation and international year 1, which we usually get from all the students.
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. And I think, you know, as international students, if you're studying abroad, that is a question that will definitely be on your mind. So the difference would be a foundation certificate is the same as a year 0 for our students. And then so long as you do that course and you meet the exit requirements and you progress to year 1 of your bachelor's degree. Whereas the international year 1, it's equivalent, kind of similar to the first year of degree. So once you successfully complete that course, then you progress on to year 2 of your degree. So in total, if you do the foundation certificate, you'll be studying for 4 years. Whereas if you do an international year 1, you'll be studying 3 years, which is kind of the same as any national student would be studying in the UK. Also keep in mind, because IYO is similar to the first year of degree, it is a bit more intensive. So the entry requirements for an IYO are higher, both academically and English level, than it is for the foundation certificate. And then also depending on what you want to study, we offer subjects such as architecture, business, computing, engineering, politics. We have quite a few subjects in international year 1, just to name a few. But we do have a wider variety of subjects in the foundation certificate. So that would be, is the main difference. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
That's great, thank you. So I've got another student here. I think she's basically asking about these scholarships of opportunity. Can you just quickly run through that, please?
About scholarship?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So for our foundation, sorry, well, not just foundation, but any of our pathway courses, we are able to offer scholarships. So it depends on the course that you're doing. We can offer kind of anywhere between £1,000 to £2,000, maybe even push it to £3,000. And so that will be discounted from your tuition fees of the pathway course. And for all of our colleges, we also offer progression scholarships. And that's normally academic excellence scholarships. So it's for students who've done really well in their pathway, either the colleges themselves or the colleges with the universities. They will have a look at their students and how well they did in their pathway course, and then they will award scholarships. And those vary as well, depending on the university that you're meant to progress to. But they can be anywhere between 500 to, I think, even up to £5,000. And so that will be for that first year that you progress on to the university. So we do have options for scholarships. So definitely happy to give you more information if you want to come back with specific universities.
Okay. All right. I've seen a very interesting question just down here. I'm going to pop that onto the screen. So if you were a student yourself, with the current circumstances, I assume it's COVID, would you choose Australia, UK, or the US to go to and study for this common intake?
That's a very good question, but also a slightly tricky question, just because, as you say, it's the global situation. It's changing at all times, and as a provider, just quickly to say, I mean, we've had to adapt, just like all of us have in life, with how we deliver our courses. We've gone online when we've had to, when we haven't been able to deliver our courses in person. As far as the study destination, of course, that decision is ultimately up to you. Given that the borders in Australia are still closed, that might be something that you would like to consider seriously as an international student. I know the big part of the international student experience is to be able to travel abroad and to immerse yourself in the country and the language that you're going to be studying in. As such, I guess maybe the UK and the US, they are open borders. We are very happily accepting and welcoming our international students where we can. I know that we've had students starting to take their classes in person if they're here in the UK and if they've been running online. Now that we've started to open a bit more in the UK. Vaccine rollout, I think, is also a very big role in sometimes parents' decisions and students' decisions whenever they're looking at which country to choose for their study abroad destination. So I know that the UK and the US have done a really good job on the vaccination rollout, and that I think they're kind of the highest in the world as far as countries vaccination rollout. And that's not to say that Australia is not doing well. I mean, it's just that they're a bit slower on that. Those borders are still closed. So if you are really trying to immerse yourself, get into that country, then I would say maybe the UK and the US are looking a bit more strongly at this point.
All right, thank you. And I think just from evolving from the last question that we had, the student actually asked another question, which is very interesting. So, right, okay. So she basically asking the difference between the UK, the US, and Australia undergraduate programs, and which environment do you think would best suit a student that never, been abroad before?
It is a good question, and also a tricky one, just because I can't say that one country is best for another. As a company, Kaplan International Pathways, as a provider, we partner with our partner universities across Australia, UK, and US to ensure that we are not just preparing our students academically for progression to the to university, but that we're preparing them in all other aspects. So that's like their personal life, but preparing themselves to be an independent student in the new country that they're working in. I myself was an international student many years ago. I did that a couple of times. So I do understand that transition, sometimes a bit difficult. So having that extra support at our international colleges really does benefit our students. So I wouldn't say that either of the one country is better than the other. I think it depends on what is your focus as far as, are you looking for a lot more partner universities to choose from? That could be the UK, where you have more options as far as our partner universities. Are you looking for a bit more scholarships as far as the courses are involved? That might be something that you're looking at the US for, or are you looking for something that's a bit closer to your same time zone, which I guess would be Australia. So I wouldn't say that there's one country that's better than the other as far as welcoming international students. This is what we thrive in. This is what we do work on. This is our profession, that we offer our support to international students coming into these different countries where it's different, culture, different language. So we will do all that we can in any of the countries to help students really fulfill their potential at the pathway course and go on to progress to universities. So I hope I've answered the question.
What a great answer. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult sort of decision for all the students to make, right? I usually get asked this question, and then I would just be like, "Why don't you just go to this country first and then move on to the next? Try them all out and then see which one you like best. Come back to me."
One thing I would also mention as well is, with our partner universities, a lot of the degrees offer study abroad options. So if you come to the UK, for example, you can decide to do a semester or a year abroad. So you can then go to the US or another country. So, I mean, you're not limited to just the one country that you choose for your undergraduate degree. So definitely something to think about. If you're an international student, you can also be an international student by studying abroad. Yeah, so I mean, you've got options. I would definitely do it. If I had the chance to do it again, I'd definitely do it again. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I think we've got just another one because we're running out of time.
Sure.
So the student here, it looks like she's done her homework. She basically said that Kaplan and another pathway sort of organization which you're into are partnering with the same sort of university. So is there anything that you think that would attract her to Kaplan rather than choosing another, or
the provider?
Is there a difference in fees, or is there anything that
Yeah, that's a really good question. And the partner university that I would say that comes into mind is City University in London. So they do work with us at Kaplan, and they also work with Into. Not because I work for Kaplan, but because I will follow the facts and the statistics. Our progression rate from our foundation certificate to the first year of degree is higher. I don't have the percentage with me at the moment, but you can quote me and I can get those figures for you. But our progression rate, I know, is more satisfactory. It is higher than the one from Into to City. We have found that students who have done the foundation with another provider, a lot of the times they will then have to repeat if they don't pass. And a lot of the times they come do their second foundation certificate, for example, with us at Kaplan. So we do have those instances where I do think that if a student chooses a different provider, they don't do well, they'll come to us. They manage to do what they have to do to meet the exit requirements with the support that we offer at our colleges, and then they're able to progress to that host university. So, you can have a look at different partner universities, and I would say that of the pathway providers in the UK, I think we do offer a very good range of partner universities, 7 Russell Group universities, really highly ranked, if that's what's really, if that's really important for you as far as post-graduation and what that means for your employability. We do offer, a really good range of partner universities. So I think we are, I'm going to say, of course, we're the best provider that there is compared to the other ones, but definitely progression statistics and our progression rates are pretty impressive.
Right, thank you. So I think that actually wraps up the session. We do have a few more questions from all of our students, but I'll be getting in touch with them and answering those. So just thank you for actually joining us today and providing all this information to our students. So yeah, I think that would be it for today. And then if we do have any students, particularly that want to join Kaplan, obviously we're going to be phoning up to you, and then we'll set them up, get them ready, get them over.
All right, amazing. Yes, well, thank you so much for having me, and thank you for your questions. They were really great questions, and I'm happy to answer any specific questions that you might have for me through Ivy and the team. I know that you guys are in good hands with the team there.
All right then, thank you so much, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.